Welcome back to Indian Trace. Although you're probably pretty familiar with the backdrop of these box talks live, this is a different perspective I know you haven't seen. I actually brainstorm. Look at these pieces closely. I brainstorm ideas and things to share with you that I know no other human being has thought about because they just don't see these. They're not seen. I'm going to cover the material. I only have 4 pieces. If you can look, I'm going to try to get a close-up on all these. 4 pieces made out of this material found at specifically different sites in specific areas here in my area of eastern North Carolina, coastal Piedmont. And I'm going to tell you what, these 4 that you're looking at, and I'll give them by twos right now. I might as well go ahead and do it right now and just move forward. These 4, and there's an awesome, my favorite scraper of all time. I don't want to get ahead of myself. This stuff is good stuff. But these 4, I've never, not even found a broken piece made out of this material. I would call it exotic material for eastern North Carolina because I found so much. I mean, if I pan back, you guys know my box. If I look in any compartment, you're going to see this tone, rhyolites. Rhyolite. They use a lot of it from around here. I mean, drain the mountains for it. And of course, you're going to see plenty of quartz. Certainly. All different types of quartz. Certainly. You're going to see quartz. And then another place, you're going to see rhyolite. That's what we're talking about in contrast to give you a good... I can go anywhere. This is actually quartz. This stuff. Sugar quartz. Sugar quartz. It is quartz. This is quartz. This stuff is a rhyolite sort of mixture. And of course, we jump right over here, rhyolite. And then variated materials, they do have a fair amount of what I call variated materials. This right here, I know it's going fast, but I just want to get through this, variated materials. So, whether it's quartz with variated materials or rhyolite, look at this. Rhyolite, variated materials, smoking stuff. Now, what I'm trying to say here is with all those points, and if you look down at the bottom, what you're looking at is rhyolite and quartz. That's my area. That's what I got to work with, you know. I fly over here. We've got, oh my goodness, we've got some drills down there. We've got rhyolite and quartz, some game balls. But just some smoking stuff down there. Little peekaboo at some of the drills. That is a sugar quartz drill right there. So, point made. This is a material that is an exotic material for my area. Look at these 4 pieces right here, everybody. Box Talk Live. Now listen, I want to make a shout out here. You got to check out my political interest video. It's not real long. It's from a news network, but it discusses coming and opening foreign policy, diplomatic policy, policy of peace with other nations, not just Russia, but Syria. And some people will say, Obama's administration in the last 8 years, which I happen to believe are a complete disaster. I can't say failure because I happen to believe, now look at this material. These points are as smoking as you can believe. I'm trying to get a close-up of them. Serrated piece from Archaic. A lance point from Whitestone. Like I said, a lot of people will tell you, Obama's policies and that administration and Clinton's administration has been a complete failure. Now, I don't actually think it's been a failure. I think, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, I think it was diabolically on purpose. So I don't really think Obama failed at anything. I think diabolically he's been set against the United States of America from the beginning. You can't be a black liberation theologist, sit in a church of that type of belief, be radicalized by terrorists of the United States of America, especially the Republic of the United States of America as a constitutional republic. That's an incredible piece, isn't it? You can't do all that, jump in, and then make a bunch of policies and say, oh, you know what? I love the United States. I just didn't do a good job. No. Look at these pieces. he did a great job. He did a great job at demoralizing, at destabilizing our nation. Look at those pieces. Now I'm going to jump right over that scraper because it's made out of the same material. Here's a piece from the archaic. Very interesting, huh? Because this piece and that serrated piece came from the same neck of the, came from the same exact site. Great little piece right here. Exotic material. I mean, look for yourself. Mercy me if this doesn't fall down when I'm doing this. Okay. Same site. Nice piece. Smoking piece there. Very close to being the same type of flint material here. Can see all those. And then we have this. Now, I'm not taking too much time today. I know usually they run a little bit longer with these Box Talk Lives, but I just want to show you this. This is exotic material. This is stuff that is definitely rare to find. Speckled type of smooth flint. And then I came across this last calendar year. Scraper. Let me finish the political interest. Watch the short link. And it's the absolute truth. You know what? I'm head over heels that we have someone in office who's going to work to be diplomatic, who's going to work to build decent relationships, and not be a warmonger, to build up this nation and, you know, our reputation in the world the best we can. My goodness, how it's been just sadly torn apart in the last 8 years. Can you believe it? A political party that actually has the stupidity to support Mexican drug cartels, to support ISIS. Man, I better not get wound up. Let me leave it alone. Look at this scraper, will you? My favorite scraper in the whole box. And I might have, I don't know. I might have 8 that I've decided to keep. This piece is an incredible tool. Sure would have liked to see the woman or the man who was using this to scrape hides. I should have liked to see the animals and the blood and the hide that was cleaned and finished with this piece. I would love to. I'm sure we all would. Look at that piece, will you? I mean to tell you, that's the thing of beauty. That's almost as good as my flat out piece down here. If I can get there, I'll get there. Look, that's almost as good as that thing. And I mean to tell you, that is. Can I get there? I put my phone way down in there. I don't know if I can get there. Let's see. All right, I know it. It's not seen that often, so a lot of you haven't seen it. This is an atlatl weight. Bannerstone, I guess, if you will. And if you're good with your eyes, you can see how they worked it. Flintsball and I believe it probably jade. So I haven't brought it out in a while. It does have a couple plow marks, but it doesn't have to worry about getting saved anymore because I saved it. Didn't even know what it was that day. I mean, I didn't even have a clue. I didn't have the first idea. I was young. It was 4 or 5 years ago. Young as a collector. And then it's been getting richer since, with plenty of great comments about the piece. Just incredible. My time's getting away with me. That's a nice piece, smoking piece, worth seeing. I have a couple things I want to share with you today. Remember, don't forget that political interest link. It's good stuff. Look at these pieces. Look at these pieces in the Box Talk Live. A couple big pieces on the top. Look at the serrations on this thing. Found this last calendar year at Mecca. Great stuff. What I like is this relief right on the back. A lot of guys do like the relief that they make when they hafted it. Great workmanship on a variated material. Look at this. I have to be extra careful because I'm holding it over the top of rocks. Of course it's on my top shelf stuff. That's a smoking piece. Here's another piece. I went here today, Hidden Hill, where I found this. I think this is a woodland point. So flat out wide, well made, Smooth. Look at that angle. And I give you a little show. You get to come visit my collection, which I don't bring to shows. I mean, nobody gets to see them but plenty of people. So make your comments and what have you. Tell me what you think. As many of you know, I read them all. I try to comment on them all. That's a nice piece. It was raining that day. This unique as can be. Why not, right? Good piece. All right, love those pieces. Need to show you those. You got it now. Actually, the link for political interest is, and I want to show you these 2 points. Oh, those are smokers right there. Those are rhyolite, but I wanted to show you these 2 points. The link is for the mere purpose of hearing the discussion about what Russia has come out to say, what finally, even today, President Putin had to say about looking forward to the coming plutonic, if you will, relationship with the United States. Don't believe the modern media's stupidity of lying about a bad relationship and Russia being an aggressor. They're not an aggressor anymore. The Soviet Union has collapsed. There is no more. They're not looking to conquer. They're not looking to go in somebody else's property or land or any such thing. How stupid that is. Okay, here it is. Those 2 points right there, those 2, I found the same day, same site, rhyolite, tannish stuff. Just great, just great stuff. Favorites. Well, I guess I have 700 favorites. We all got favorites, but look at this point. I mean, give me a break. And then the same day finding that, I was blown away. I was happy. There's this unique. Check this out, everybody. Point. But wait till you see this relief on the other side. They did that on purpose. That's not broken at all. It's not an accident, because once that relief has taken place and they get it thinned out, they can get it in there and ready to go. Ready to rock and roll, if I can show you. Relief, which is a great quality when you understand what these were made for, gaining their food. It's great stuff, isn't it? Look at the relief where my thumb is. Good looking points. And I know Ken up in New York, with it's still a little bit cold thawing out, these are great shots for you because you are a napper. Many of my nappers always tune in to check out this stuff and to see how it was made. You could tell when you look at it. Good stuff. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do much more. This is long enough for today. That is the exquisite stuff right here that I was really focused on showing today. Unbelievable. If I can get a good placement on this point. Excuse me for a second. Fumbling around here. There we go. Great point. Scraper. A look at that material. Clearly different than you see here usually, because you're usually seeing rhyolites and quartz. So as I finish, there was one piece I wanted to show you. This one. This little piece of rhyolite. I found it about 400 yards away from my house right here. I really liked it. The site's closed down now. I liked it, of course, because of the relief. It's rhyolite, but look at the relief. Clear thinning strike flute. Goes right up the point from the back. Look at that. It's unique, isn't it? Just whoosh, and they just flat out get it ready to go. It's just unique the way they were thinking about things, doing that. I mean, they needed it, but I guarantee it was something, a trait, an idea, something that worked, that was brought in from a long time ago. And everybody thinks when they hear the word flute that they think about Clovis points and what have you. Anyway, appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace. And all that you're seeing and all that you're hearing, this is Indian Trace. And these are Box Talk Lives. Passing the time in the winter. It's getting warm. I mean, it's almost 70 today, but places just aren't ready. So all in all, I'm going to leave it with a good shot of those two. Hope you find out there. It's a good shot of some unbelievable. Maybe I put that in there too. Indian Trace.